If you're planning on braving the cold weather this weekend for the fireworks, Lisa Snowdon's got the perfect dish just for you to warm up our cockles.
Warm up the cockles of your heart.
making?
Well, it's a chicken chorizo or chorizo, beans, rice, tomato base. I wanted to do a one-pot dish, family style.
Love
but
that.
also you can just take them out in little mugs and take it out to the garden if you want to watch the fireworks. So really hearty, wholesome. You can slip in whatever you've got in the cupboard, basically. But I do love some chorizo because it has that smoky,
That's a centrepiece,
punchy. I think so.
Do you know what I like about chorizo? It's got its own oil in it.
Well, that's
you don't
what
really need to add any oil whatsoever, do you?
Babes, that's what I'm doing now. Putting the chorizo in the pan.
Straight in, no
Straight
oil.
in. You wait for those oils to release from the chorizo. You don't need to add any of your olive oil.
And then it tastes so much better when it's browned as well.
You've got to brown it off a little bit, exactly. But you don't have to use chorizo if you haven't got any. You can use sausages. Equally, if you haven't got chorizo or sausages, just add extra paprika.
That's what I did a couple of weeks ago. I was doing what I wanted to be a chorizo thing, but I just had some salami, so I stuck a bit of smoked paprika in it.
Smoked paprika.
No.
I think it's just good to have those kind of herbs and spices in your cupboard.
It's so nice.
So then you can kind of jazz up anything. And I think, like you said earlier, Dermot, chicken and chorizo, it's like a match made in heaven.
Great combo.
Oh, I love it. And you always go for the thighs, not the breast, don't you?
I like chicken thighs, Alison. I think they're just much more juicy. I don't think they dry out as much. Now, I am doing boneless, skinless chicken thighs, just because sometimes if you cook the skin in a dish like this and then you add all the tomatoes and the water and the rice, it gets a bit soft, the skin. Yeah. But equally, if you've got bones in you, just cook it longer.
Yeah.
Legs.
So easy to get boneless thighs though now.
You can get them. It's just easy to, and it doesn't take long to cook as well. So look, my chorizo's getting nice and brown and delicious.
All the oil that comes out of it.
I know it's just sizzling away. So get that nice and sort of toasty there, and then I'm going to add my red onions. Yeah. Which I just think are yummy.
So sweet.
They cook down brilliantly as well. I know. Eat the rainbow, I always say. Try and get all these colours into your food.
Eat the rainbow.
Eat the rainbow. Bit of garlic, if you like garlic, chuck that in.
Is this the sort of meal that you would do when you just can't be bothered, you just want to chuck it all in?
This, you know, you were talking about comfort food earlier. This is the top of my list of comfort food. Yeah. One pot, rice. If you don't like rice, you can put the orzo pasta in.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Those little silky little bits of pasta. Oh, I love them. I'm putting chilli in. You don't have to, Alison. I know you're not too keen of too much spice.
No, I mean, I've got it on the side here, so I can add, like, a little bit.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Because you never know sometimes with the old chilies. You don't know if they're going to knock your socks off or not.
When did you get into cooking, Lisa? When was
I've always loved food, Dermot. It's so funny. So that's my paprika going in, my really lovely smoky paprika. Yeah. Child of the 70s. Yeah. Child of the 70s. So it was a lot of convenience food growing up, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of microwave chips, not the most nutritional content. I'm going to turn that down.
I used to love those. 2 minutes in the microwave,
Do you know what I mean? It's all convenience. It was always like, you know, crispy pancakes and steak and kidney pie in a tin, tinned fruit. So then when I started to kind of wanting to cook for myself, that's when I started to explore food. And I was lucky enough to do a bit of travelling as well, so a bit of Italy.
And when you were modelling, you travelling?
Yeah.
Were you... Could you take time to cook and stuff, or were you just eating whatever you could get?
No, I had to cook because I was living in an apartment, so I had to learn to cook quickly. So I was picking up lots of tips and tricks from the different locals and maybe the odd boyfriend. A little holiday romance. So I put everything in, basically. So look at that. Absolutely delicious. Now I'm going to add my
Who are we thanking for this recipe?
No, this is my recipe.
Someone back in the day?
No. This is my recipe. Chicken thighs going in. Just kind of, like, smudge them in there.
And thank you, Marco.
In all that goodness.
Thank you, George.
Yeah. George is a great cook, actually, my partner. He's blimmin' brilliant. Absolutely
Is he really
gorgeous.
good?
Yeah, he's good. We kind of compete, like, who's cooking tonight kind of thing.
All right.
But I let him take it because he's brilliant. So there we go. Chicken thighs are going in. And all of that lovely flavour is going to marinate into those chicken thighs. We're going to cook them. They don't take long, as you know, Alison.
I just love thighs. I don't know what it is. Maybe because the chicken runs around. It's got more blood in the thighs. That's why they're more juicy.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, now I'm still hungry after that image.
I know. You're making our mouths water there, Alison.
Something about a thigh, isn't there?
Yeah. It's just different. It's soft and meat.
I just think it's nice. It just doesn't dry out as much. It's a little bit easier.
If I'm cooking quick, I'm cooking breast. You know, like butterfry breast. Or,
yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, you cook like pan fry it with flour or whatever. But anything like that, it's got to be fly, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to leave them in for a little bit. Turn them over. Do you like it?
Yeah. Oh God, it's so tasty.
Is it delicious, Alison?
Oh my goodness, it's so good. I like the rice. It's the rice. It's not white rice, is it?
No, it's brown rice I've gone for.
I could tell straight
brown
away.
rice. It's just like a whole grain
Very
rice.
healthy.
It's healthy, but...
This is a healthy meal,
So
but it's
good.
delicious. So tasty.
So when I go to Spain, I love a paella, and it's kind of inspired by that. Just that one-pot paella, yumminess, wholesome. You don't have to use the brown rice, like I said. If you've got white rice in
No,
the
I like
cupboard,
brown rice because it takes
stick
longer
that
to
in.
digest, doesn't it?
I don't know about that, does it? I think it's just better for you, like with your glucose levels or something. But we're getting
That's
technical now.
That's what I meant.
So tin tomatoes, whatever kind you've got, whack them in. It can be plum tomatoes. Don't let that goodness go to waste that's in the bottom of your tin. Fill that up with water and chuck that in. Now, if you're going to batch cook this and you're thinking of having it in a few days' time, just don't add the rice, because I don't like having rice in the fridge for too long. So it's good the next day, but don't let it too many days. And so what I'll do, look at all that yumminess in there. Don't let that go to waste. Fill that.
Oh, you're like my mum.
Fill that tin up.
She was like that.
Yeah,
She
you've
used
got
do
to. Look at that.
Stuff like that. Never wasted a thing.
No, don't waste that. Throw that in. Cover all of that chicken with all that yumminess. And then I'm going to throw in these beans. Now, I like to use butter beans. They're really delicious and yummy.
And they're quick to cook, aren't they?
They're quick to cook. You could use cannelloni beans if you like as well. But I think if you are, you know, cost of living and everything, the chicken is affordable if you're having one piece each, throwing in the beans as well, just to give you that extra fibre and that extra protein.
Here we go.
And then I'm going to fry
Brown rice can be a bit more difficult for the body to digest than white rice.
the opposite.
What are you doing giving us a brown rice? The anti-nutrient known as, is it phytate, found in brown rice, can make it harder to digest.
Was that right?
It hinders the body's
No.
ability to absorb certain minerals from food, according to one study.
Throwing in that rice
Interesting.
there, that brown rice.
Call me a doctor.
I've put about 250 grams
So do you
in there.
put the rice in raw now?
Yeah, you just rinse it really well. Always rinse it under a sieve for quite a while. Throw in the rice with that water and the tomato. Just give it a good old little spin around. You've got the olives in there just to add a bit of colour. If you want to add some vegetables in here, you can. If you're trying to get veggies into your kids, chop up some carrots, put in some kale, whatever it is.
Bang it all in.
Bung it all in. Bung it all in. Right.
So how long do we need to cook that for now?
Then I'm going to pop that in the oven. Cook it for about 25, 30 minutes.
While we're here, it's a whole grain, source of B, vitamins, potassium, magnesium, selenium, because brown rice is a complex carbohydrate. It tends to provide more fibre, vitamins and minerals, like iron. You can provide more energy compared to white rice.
Good for you.
There you
so
go.
Yummy. I love
Thank you,
that.
Mayo Clinic.
Thank you. Right, and here we go. This is your dish.
It's delicious.
It's yummy, right? And then how nice is it to serve it in these little kind of cute little bowls.
On bonfire night,
Fluff
watching
it up.
the fireworks,
Exactly.
little bowl.
Yes.
Exactly, and you can serve that on the table like that, have your bowls like that, or if you want to go out into the garden,
They're really cute, those.
aren't they?
That's such a good idea.
Or a mug. You don't need to buy anything, just take a mug, and it's
Get
got
a mug.
that old school kind of vibe. And then you've got your chicken. What I've done there is I've cut up that chicken a little bit. It goes a bit further once you
That
cook
is
it, just to
lovely.
kind of give it a little
That's
shred.
a big portion, you know.
That's a big portion.
That is a massive
There's
portion.
lots to go around. And then you can add some more red onions.
Nice.
You can add some more chilies. Definitely loads of parsley. And look at
You
that.
are in
Yummy.
like Flynn.
So
Thank you, Lisa
easy.
Snowdon.
You're welcome.
Lisa.
I'm so pleased that you're eating it. And a little birdie told me that you're going to have it for lunch as well.
Yeah, we'll have
so
it
you're
for
not just
lunch.
going to have that portion. You're going to go for another one. It's like the ultimate compliment.
I'm going to take mine for Aidan.
Yeah, nice.
I'm going to give mine to Aidan.
Are you?
Yeah. So I'm going to eat this.
Tell him to give me feedback. I want to
Aidan's
hear.
been brought up on this morning food. hasn't he?
Literally.
You don't cook anymore,
Aidan
do
is
you?
this
You
morning.
Just take it all home.
Thank you, Lisa.
you, Lisa.
To make
You're
Lisa's
welcome.
delicious recipe and find all the details on the This Morning app.